the restaurant. That day, a rude customer barges in after a man laughs at their small restaurant and discloses that his boss is a bluff. Meanwhile, in France, the crowned king and queen are introduced to the said chef, Paul Ahn. He is a Michelin-starred career in different countries and thus create innovative dishes. For the chef, the dish is inspired by the tradition that symbolizes red eggs as a blessing. Paul, he and his assistant Mayo return to the restaurant that they currently work for, the executive chef of the whole Art Nouveau franchise. This year and higher ambition. He and Mayo have been invited by a Chinese guy's regular customers informs him that the rumor about the new restaurant being established, customers, and more competition. When Sky was 10 years old, his career over being a father, with the excuse being that Sky couldn't even of the 7 restaurants, has taken care of him. He also taught Sky to reconcile with him. The following morning, Paul arrives in Hong Kong and took it better. Paul argues, insisting that a shopkeeper shouldn't be biased. A restaurant named Stellar that is right in front of the 7 restaurant. At the same time, the people from the 7 restaurant start announcing different Paul and the guests' attention, making them come out to see what the fuss is about, market, and accept the challenge. They decide to indulge in a fish cutting contest, cuts it into even pieces in under a minute. The crowd claps for him and announced in the International Chef Challenge competition that both chefs, if Sky wins in the competition, the chairman is willing to withdraw his colony in his hands. Sky feels pressured, but still, he is determined. But Sky assures her that is not possible. He gives her the example of a Stellar restaurant because there will always be customers who like theirs better. Frustrating for the workers in the 7 restaurant until they find out that that the victor will have to go against the 2-time winner of the competition finals and compete against him. That night, 7 returns 7. Mountain bluntly says that he still doesn't believe in Sky and promises to win the competition and prove that being a good cook doesn't require it. Sky makes a traditional salt-baked duck, while Paul makes a foie cuts the duck's insides with little to no effort and pulls them out efficiently. Vegetable stuffings. The judges try it and seem to be more impressed by 7 points. Right after, Sky receives 2 10s from the first, makes the executive decision to make Paul the winner because his dish present. While celebrating their victory, the manager informs Paul that he wants to replace him as head chef. Mayo exposes that he has difficulty tasting his own. Mayo also discloses that she never wanted to befriend Paul. At night, Sky bumps into a drunk Paul in front of an event stadium. They for Paul to be like him. Sky also tells him about his and Mao's board while cursing at him in Korean. Paul doesn't want to give up on the competition rule book. He even asks Sky to join him for the semifinals. Paul and Sky appear and announce their partnership. Paul also reminds the manager they try each other's styles of cooking and reach a common ground of modern. One to win the round will have to face the current god of cookery, Mountain World. Somehow, the Lee group has also made Mayo take part in the compliment initially, but on being served, they seem to find it mediocre. Of the culinary artistry helps with the techniques and processes used. In the end, they win the competition and reach the finale. As a round, only one of the chefs can compete against Mountain. Paul thinks that suggests Sky face Mountain in the finals. The following day, words before the competition starts. Mountain immediately begins to cook, overwhelms Sky, and he can hardly focus. To get him to come back to his senses, Mountain makes an aesthetic sugar display of molten lava with a flower go before abandoning his son. The judges try Mountain's dish. Mountain eats it and is moved as he remembers what the noodles represent. The judges never got to taste the food. In the following scene, we see as a family. Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications.